like we got to cut it off. No pun intended. Even though it's the top world in the building, man. But yeah, man. Like we got a couple things. You can see the title, this Titanic submarine. I mean, I guess we can just dive straight into that. I mean, do you have?
Man, I just spent time watching a whole video about it. It was a video from 2 days ago from like somebody who's actually like into subs and everything. Like the channel name is Sub Brief. He gave the rundown, the entire thing. I think the craziest thing about this entire story is the way that they, at this point, unfortunately they had passed away, prayers up, because, from everything they've been saying, now we're saying that they found possibly debris from the ship. I might have to refresh Twitter right now and there might be something brand new. I don't know. But the whole of that submarine was carbon fiber.
That's what they said?
And yeah, so the hull is carbon fiber, and he described carbon fiber as it doesn't crack, it doesn't just kind of break, it immediately shatters.
Yeah. So
right now, and again, this is a video from 2 days ago, Buddy basically just said, at the end, he said, listen, your family members, yeah, they're dead. I'm sorry to have to tell you that, and that was 2 days ago. So yeah, I was like, damn, it's just just imagine, it's crazy. Imagine being in just a 2 with 4 people, and before you blink your eyes, I mean, it was probably instant. That's what people are saying. It's instant because everything is black. You just fade to black. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I had to choose between, and I don't want to have to choose, but if I had to choose, I mean, I guess just clap me away. Like, I don't want to sit in there for 5 days and can't breathe, bro. Just, all right. I'll catch you next time, bro.
Speaking of what you're talking about, right? This is the kind of show what Bull is speaking on, basically on that instant clap. What's it called? Atmospheric pressure.
Oh, you about to? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like
when you're that deep, yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah, but like imagine that way crazier.
You see how those cans just smashed?
Yeah.
Like that. It just.
But the thing is, it didn't even smash. It just shatters, bro. It shattered. It just.
Well, yeah, they found debris, like you said. Titanic-bound submersible suffered catastrophic implosion.
Yeah.
Killing all 5 on board, the U.S. Coast Guard says. The Titanic-bound submersible that went missing on Sunday with 5 people on board suffered a catastrophic implosion, killing everyone on board, the U.S. Coast Guard said. John Margaret said this Thursday. The tail cone and other debris from the missing Titan submersible were found at about 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic. This is an incredible, unforgiving environment down there on the sea floor, and the debris is consistent with a catastrophic implosion of the vessel. The families were immediately notified. I can only imagine what this has been like for them, and I hope that this provides some solace during a difficult time. We now believe that CEO Stockton Roos, Shahzada Dawood, and his son Saloom Dawood, I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names, Hamish Harding and Paul Henry Nargiolet have been sadly lost. Yeah, these debris were located on the ocean floor roughly 500 meters off of the bow of the Titanic. So, and that's not like they not even, people are saying they didn't even make it. Like, it was going down and it just happened. The reason why it's on the floor is because it sank to the bottom eventually, I
mean, and they were saying that, again, I was watching that video, bro. The Titanic is almost apparently 4,000 meters down. 4,000, like imagine like when you dive,
well,
or if you
we
swim,
have a video of that.
I
was gonna play.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I was gonna play a video.
Go ahead, bro. I'm just saying, while you load it up, I'm just saying, imagine like, that pressure you feel when you like just 10 feet down or all the way at the bottom of a 12-foot pool, maybe, like that's it. 4,000 meters down. Here's a
picture right there. You said that's a picture representation. Sunlight Zone, Empire State Building. The tallest building in the world is right here. If you put it, at that. They're down here.
That's like, sheesh, bro. I wouldn't do that, bro. 250 racks? You gonna go see a Titanic in a sub that's controlled by a Logitech controller?
I'm gonna watch Titanic on a YouTube video, boy. Fuck you mean?
Bruh, they had, I hate that Twitter doesn't take nothing seriously.
Yeah.
But they had the ghost ship You seen Ghost Ship before? The
Nah.
old horror movie where
Nah.
they found okay, it's a whole old horror movie where they found a like an old ship. And basically I guess they had to get on the ship. I don't really remember. It was a while ago, but it was literally ghosts living on the ship. So that was like, that's what they're gonna wake up to. That's what they're seeing right now. Like, damn. Yo, Twitter don't take nothing seriously, bro. They not taking anything seriously. And I mean, it's a horrible situation, bro. I mean, I've been looking into it, doing my little bit of research, and just from what they've been saying, like the way they pilot the ship itself. But I mean, the ship is so good. You let it rock a little bit.
Thank you for that report. We really appreciate it. Here is the full statement from the company. We now believe that our CEO, Stockton Rush, Shazaza Dawood, and his son, Suleiman, Hamish Harding, and P.H. Najile have sadly been lost. These men were true explorers who shared a distinct spirit of adventure and a deep passion for exploring and protecting the world's oceans. Our hearts are with these 5 souls and every member of their families during this tragic time. We grieve the loss of life and joy they brought to everyone they knew. This is an extremely sad time for our dedicated employees.
Right there, bro. That's I mean, that's tough, bro. That's definitely tough.
You know,
I just would never do that, bro.
Yeah,
like you see the shit by the time, like when they say, yo, you gotta bolt, like the only way you getting out this joint is if we gotta unbolt it. Like you can't just get out. Obviously, you're not gonna try to get out at 100 meters down. Like it's too late. You can't. If you open that joint up, it's everybody is donezo. It's a wrap for everybody. But once I feel like once they bolted them joints down, I'd probably be like, yeah, I gotta get out, bro.
Yeah, because like I said, like I was saying before, you know the crazy thing is, imagine this happened to them and then they were able to get up, but they got up somewhere super far off coast. They couldn't get out, bull. They still couldn't get out. They're trapped. You're trapped from the inside, bro. It's like
it's a tube, bro. You're just going. It's like going in.
It's like going in a closet, but the lock's on the outside.
Yeah, it's going in the closet, locking it, and somebody saying, all right, it's watertight, bro. We're going to send you down real quick in some water. We got you, though. Nah. No.
And there's more reports coming out that this whole, like, entire thing was also an experimental. Like, the CEO has said it was experimental.
Yeah, they did say that. They did say that some of the ways, and they said it wasn't certified neither. They have a clip of they had that clip. I don't know if you can find that clip, but that clip of that reporter reading the disclosure, like, yo, you may experience dizziness, injury, this, or death on this. This ship is not certified, none of that. It is blah blah blah. All right, cool. He said, where do I sign?
You were on one of those subs. I watched the story you did for CBS this morning. I almost had a panic attack watching you get into that thing. It's so small. How big is it, and how long were you told you could survive in it?
It's about the size of a minivan, but it's a cylinder, so it holds 5 people. There's no chairs, there's no couches. You are sitting on the floor with your back against the curved sides. As I'm sure you've heard, there's 4 days worth of air. There's 3 different systems. There's as your previous guest referred to, there's a scrubber, the same ones they have in spacecraft, that converts the carbon dioxide you breathe out back into oxygen. If that fails, there are these, they look like fly strips, you hang them from the ceiling, that they're backup scrubbers. And if that fails, they have scuba tanks, oxygen tanks, under the floor of this thing that you can pull out. But there's no food and water apart from the one sandwich and the one water bottle you bring with you. All there is by way of a toilet is basically a big Ziploc bag.
Oh my gosh. All right. At one point when you were on the sub, you lost communication with the mothership on the surface, only for about 2.5 hours.
Only for about 2.5 hours?
So what you're telling me is,
when we lose the mothership, nigga, send me back up, nigga, till we
get... bro. The thing is, the reason why, and they said that they didn't call the Coast Guard until 12 hours in, is because they expected to lose contact with it at 3,000 meters. Because the CEO said he went down there by himself. He did a solo dive. Yeah. And he went down and he went 3,000 meters. And at a certain point, he lost communication. So that's why they didn't. I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm assuming that's why they did not report it until 12 hours in to the Coast Guard, because they thought that eventually they were going to get a signal back from them.
I feel like the pilot was not scared to die, basically.
And they're supposed to be like explorers and shit. Like,
yeah,
Like we found like, you know, the people that will go out and they want to explore like some Tomb Raider shit. Like I might die in here, but I discovered this.
Yeah.
Y'all found it like that type of vibe.
But that don't mean everybody else on board is like that.
No. That's why I would not be on board, bro. 250,000. 250.
Hit that like button in the chat, man. Hit that like button, man. We got 62 in the building. Salute to Ron's of the Alt Ego pulling in. Mr. Chop Shop, Tom Hedrick. Andrew, salutes to Andrew.
We also salutes to the chat for sure. You know that the conspiracy theorists have hit us, bro.
What you mean?
Came through. They're saying it's a distraction, bro.
Where? In the comments or just on YouTube?
Yeah, bro. We got a couple people saying it's a distraction, bro.
Oh, the Son of Man. Salute to Son of Man in the chat, man.
Right? And what did you do when you lost communication? Did you just drift around, or what happened?
I should be clear on this. So they never lost contact with the sub. There's a ship on the surface that can send short text messages down to the sub beneath the sea. There's no GPS underwater. There's no radio underwater. So all they can do is send these little text messages. The submersible does not know where it is relative to the Titanic. It might be right over there. It might be right over there. They can't see anything. There's no windows except a tiny round porthole at one end. So up on the ship, the control room looks down and says, it's off to your right by 100 yards. They direct the sub. So what happened for a few hours last summer was during one of these dives, the ship on the surface was giving directions to the submersible on the seafloor that were wrong. Something went wrong with the directional system, and they spent the whole day looking for this Titanic. Never found it.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
And so these passengers who
bro,
paid
there's no way.
$250,000.
There's no way, bro. Like,
So, boy,
I'm
me
sorry.
personally, like, I had this idea. Now, we'll find out more because, like you said, they found pieces but me personally, I feel like this shit might have started at this window, bro. Because you talking about this is carbon fiber, this is glass. It can be thick glass, but if this bust open and all that water get in here, it's gonna cause, like you said, an explosion of everything else.
Yeah, it's bad either way.
Yeah, instant death. Though.
It's instant, bro. It's instant. There's no way. Yeah, I don't know. Salute to my guy Seth in the building. Tops everybody in the chat.
Salute to Seth Fowler in the building.
Loaded dice in the chat, but yeah, there's absolutely no way I'm getting on this, especially if I've done my research and I've already seen that they have like these somewhat MacGyver-esque things that they're doing to it to make sure it works, or experimental. Bro, I'm not experimenting with my life for 250 racks, bro. I'm not experimenting with 4,000 meters down.
That's a fucking house. That's a house, bull.
You a billionaire. You got bread, bro. Listen, I'm about to go to space with Bezos, bro, tomorrow. Send my car. Get the jet, bro. Hey, yo, we about to go see a Titanic. Y'all trying to... All right, word. Yeah, we're going to see the Titanic real quick. It's quick 250. Off the hip, it's nothing, bro. Do
you feel like they're going to... I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being dead ass when I ask this question. Do you think they'll find the bodies, or that shit's like evaporated?
I don't know how your body will react to all that pressure. I don't know if I have no idea if the body just squeezes, if you just implode, if you just are just like vaporized, basically, like revert. I don't know how that works. All I know is that, I'm not doing that shit.
Exactly, Pierce Tucker. And Pierce, I'm going to show you a video of why I think that, and why, in my opinion, carbon fiber and all that steel, it definitely is way more. That shit's more stronger than glass. The weakest part is this.
I would assume that. I mean, maybe it's glass. I mean, it could be plexiglass. So like plastic.
I mean, thick glass and all that. But I'm gonna show you. We're gonna watch another video, bull. That's gonna, like, kind of like, once you see that, you're gonna be like, okay. But
we're on the Bill Nye shit today, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is also that's crazy is that, James Cameron and everybody else have already went deeper than these people. Like, the technology is there to go even deeper. It's just this was not. Like I was talking to Zaya earlier, the difference between a submarine and a submersible is a submarine can control itself. A submarine can drive, bull, and then go underwater. It can drive, go underwater. A submarine could take us from the cruise ship out to the ocean. It can drive. A submersible, it needs a thing to pull it. It needs something to take it with it.
Ahead.
I didn't even know how it worked.
To the surface,
what, this?
Nothing.
the difference between a submarine and submersible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Look at this. This is the submersible, right? All it has is these little propellers to move it left and right.
Yeah, but I say because all they could do was they like slide it off the ship and they drop it.
Yeah, exactly.
And all it can do, really, all it does is either sink or come back up. It just goes like this basically, or it kind of like turns a little. Like it doesn't have a lot of directional like movement.
Yeah, I mean they even said that they were. And they're basing it off of this ship that's just telling it it's over here, it's over there.
Yeah, exactly. That the people in the ship, by the way, in the submersible and whatever the OceanGate joint, have no GPS. Their GPS is the surface.
That's insane, bro. It
It
just doesn't seem like enough technology to be risking that much, bro, nigga. I also said like with this type of thing, I need a rope attached to the submersible. So if you need to crank me back up,
some people were saying that. Some people were saying, why didn't they have any type of like connection?
Yeah,
that's a long ass rope, but I mean, for 250, I need that rope.
But I will say this though, because I think obviously none of that mattered, bull. I think it was an instant death, like you said. It wasn't like we were thinking that they got lost at first, and then we're trying to find them. Nigga, them niggas died on the way down type. Like, I think when they first went down, they died. Like, you know what I'm saying? They've been dead.
Right, when they lost communication,
yeah,
bro.
exactly. When they lost communication is when it... Exactly.
That, you know, it's not going to be Delta Airlines level safety. You sign a waiver. It says, these are all the different ways I could die. I mean, they outline it for you. So... Damn. There's so many mechanical problems and weather delays.
Imagine your dad take you on a trip, boy, and you get killed, bro, because your dad want to be on some fucking exploring shit. R.I.P. to the young man, too. His 18-year-old son. I feel bad. I'm just saying, though.
I mean, R.I.P. to everybody.
Yeah, R.I.P. to everybody, but damn.
It's kind of the thing my brain keeps going to is just that moment. Like how did that even look? So people are already saying Netflix is cooking it up. So the documentary is coming, bro.
Yeah.
That's definitely coming. Whether it's Netflix or whoever.
Netflix and Hulu.
To the Titanic, we only got 37 feet down when there was a mechanical problem and we had to come back up to the surface. And that's typical. I mean, they take tourists out for a week at a time. And so far this summer, they've barely made it to the Titanic even once, even though during each week they have 5 potential days to dive. So you are well aware that there's an improvised quality, there's a dangerous quality, that it's something that is not made for consumers.
Is there a way, you said there, is there a way to radio for help if you're on that sub?
There's no way to radio for help. There's no, radio waves don't travel underwater. So there are 2 systems of communicating with the submersible. One is every 15 minutes, it sends out a ping, an audio ping. Sound waves travel through water. So the surface ship picks that up and says, okay, they're still alive. The second way is while they're within sound range, they can send little text messages, short text messages that say, usually it's, you know, the Titanic is 100 yards to your right, that kind of thing. They've lost both of those signals. That's not what happened last summer. This is really terrifying. I mean, if you think about it, there could only be one of 2 things that have happened.
This is what you're talking about,
So
Bo?
if the power went out,
well, no, not him,
then
somebody
they couldn't
else.
send pings and they couldn't send texts. But maybe they came to the surface and they're bobbing away someplace. I will say they have 7 redundant ways to get to the surface. They have 3 different kinds of weights they can drop. They have propellers that push them up. They have airbags they can inflate. 7 different ways, and several of them work even if the power is gone. So if they are alive, they should have been able to get to the surface using one of these methods. Unless one of 2 bad things have happened. One is that they got snagged on something, maybe one of those ghost nets, the big fishing nets that fishermen cut loose, or maybe a piece of the Titanic, or
I said that
the
too.
worst case scenario is.
I was saying that too, like they going down in the Titanic, some debris, you know, because the metal's like weak. So I was thinking maybe something fell on them and trapped them down there, you know. I thought that.
Or maybe they could have hit that shit too. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I even thought of another thing, and it's not being funny, but colossal squid are down there.
I mean, it could have been a squid tried to eat it. I don't know.
I mean,
there's like a lot of different there's a lot of different possibilities here. It's almost like space travel going that deep in the ocean. Like I mean, even for the people that were on just imagine, like, I mean, we were just on a cruise, so this is kind of like eerie. We're just on a cruise, like we're in the middle of the ocean, and you don't know how far down that shit actually goes, bro. If it goes down, bro, I don't think you're getting recovered no time soon. But I mean, they've been down to the Titanic, but bro, the ocean, we were talking about it on the ship. You were like, if somebody came behind me right now and just flip me over,
it's done.
It's a wrap. If somebody felt a certain type of way, bro, I went to go get a drink and I got my drink before them, and they just say, you know what? I'm tired of this dude, bro. Flip you over the edge, you about to hit the back of the ship, and then you hitting the water, bro. It's a wrap.
And it's so loud that you can't even hear
Oh yeah, even you're screaming, bro. You'd have to have other people have to get you by that time. You don't know if you hit the water, you could get knocked out in the water. It could be anything in the water. You hit the side of the ship, you're bleeding. Could be sharks in the water. It's just, I don't even want to swim in that deep water because I don't know what's below me. So, yeah, nah.
You see that?
What? I missed something.
On the screen, I'm sharing.
Nah, I can't see it right now, sir.
Oh, I'm only sharing. Hold on.
Right now, I see your window. I see ghost nets. That fisherman cut loose. I'm seeing the live feed.
Oh, I gotta do the whole screen. My bad. Check it now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Logitech controllers are on sale at a curious time.
Yeah. At a curious time.
That there was the
Logitech controller is crazy. They did say, the guy said that the reason they use that controller is because they want to, like, anyone to be able to control the ship.
Yeah. Any like person. That's that $250,000, $250,000 thing.
Bro, you got a $250,000 submersible and you using a $30 controller? You're not even using a little scuff. I mean, little extra paddles on that joint. You got the little Xbox Pro controller. Like, we got the $30 Logitech joint. Okay.
Instantaneous implosion is that Titanic, or the worst case scenario is that there was a leak in the pressure vessel, and that would be an instantaneous implosion.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnation.
Hey, stop that shit quick.
Thank you for watching. If you've been like, whoa, okay.
All right, so here's James Cameron real quick too, talking about it. Because James Cameron has went down even lower than this.
There are many times I know the wreck site very well, as does my friend Bob Ballard. I've made 33 dives. I actually calculated that I've spent more time on the ship than the captain did back in the day. And of course, as a submersible designer myself, I designed and built a sub to go to the deepest place in the ocean, 3 times deeper than Titanic. So I understand.
Can you pause it real quick? Why is he flexing up?
Right now,
bro? He's flexing up. Why, bro? I don't need to know that.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, I was on the ship. I was on the ship more than the captain. I've been down there about 3 times. I actually went 3 times deeper than this before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know who this is, though, right?
Yes. James Cameron, Avatar, right? James Cameron, Avatar.
James Cameron is the director of like 5 of the biggest grossing movies of all time. Avatar, Avatar 2, Terminator, and I'm not being funny, Titanic, of course.
He directed Titanic?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Bro, Buddy said, let me tell you about this shit, bro.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
The engineering problems associated with building this type of vehicle and all the safety protocols that you have to go through. And I think that what Bob said, because I was watching, is absolutely critical for people to really get.
You see that, Bull? Hold on.
I'm just joking, by the way, Chad. These are jokes. These are jokes. I know he's obviously experienced, so he's talking about.
See, that's the mothership thing too.
The slide, right? The thing it slides off of, right? Okay.
This thing right here, yeah, but it goes up and down. That goes up and down, but there's also like the ship, of course, that even connects to that.
To really get the take-home message from this, from our effort here, is deep submergence diving is a mature art. From the early 60s, where there were a few accidents, nobody was killed in the deep submergence, until now, is more time than between Kitty Hawk and the flight of the first 747. So if we haven't improved over that period of time, we have improved drastically over that period of time, and the certification protocols that all other deep submergence vehicles, except this one, that carry passengers, especially paying passengers, all over the world in tropical waters, deep coral reefs, other wreck sites,
stats up there, bro.
The safety record is the gold standard. Absolutely. Not only no fatalities, but no major incidents requiring all of the.
He's clapping the nigga that did this. He's basically saying, bro, we got all the shit. Everything's done right. When you do the shit right, nigga, it's not. Nobody's ever died except for this motherfucker, the CEO who's was already been known to do stupid shit.
These assets to converge to a site. Of course, that's the nightmare that we've all lived with. Since all of us entered this field of deep exploration, we live with it in the back of our minds. But because implosion, as Bob described it, such a violent event, is first and foremost in our minds, the pressure boundary, which is what they call the hull of the sub that the people go inside, is obviously first and foremost in our minds as engineers. And we spend so much time and energy on that.
But like you said, though, it may be the outside's carbon fiber, maybe the whole thing.
No, I think the inside was carbon fiber, and I think it was like multi-layered. I think the carbon fiber was like 5 inches thick of carbon fiber.
Regardless, like now that I'm thinking about it, it being crushed, that if it's crushing in, like that shit's hitting people's bodies, so you're getting like all that on you. Like it's just,
it's literally everything. You're just instant, bro. You're just.
Yeah, I don't think it's intact bodies parts at this point. Is what I'm saying.
No, I don't think so. I think, like I said, I think you're like, I don't know what the reverse of a vaporization is. Like some Star Trek, Starship Trooper. I don't know fucking shit. I don't know what the reverse of that is. But whatever the reverse of that is what happened.
It's some like damn, collegial. What's that word? Collagen, when the blood is all like jellified and shit.
I think I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of it. But yeah, no, it's crazy. I'm a refresh my Twitter feed, by the way, right as we're finishing this up right here. Let me just refresh, see if anything else popped up.
And we use all the computerized tools available today, finite element analysis. We worked on our sphere for our deep vehicle that went to the Challenger Deep for over 3 years, just in the computer, before we even made the thing. And then of course we pressure tested it over and over and over, and so on. So, this is a mature art, and many people in the community were very concerned about this sub. And
you know what James Cameron's doing? He's kind of doing like what we used to do back in the day, when he felt like this nigga gave this type of stuff a bad rap, and he's trying to separate himself. Like, that's not how we're not like people that's really into the submarines and submersive stuff. Like, we do it the right way. This guy, bro, like, he was on some other shit. Like, he ain't got nothing to do. He's separating himself, basically. If you
Real quick too, on my Twitter, of course, because Twitter can't take nothing seriously. They have an actual like layout of how it looks, and it's literally just a tube. And somebody said them niggas went down there in the Arizona T-can. Start the video, bro.
Damn, bro. Yeah, it's what
about this sub, and a number of the top players in the deep submergence engineering community even wrote letters to the company saying that what they were doing was too experimental to carry passengers and that needed to be certified and so on. So I'm struck by the similarity of the Titanic disaster itself, where the captain was repeatedly warned about ice ahead of his ship, and yet he steamed at full speed into an ice field on a moonless night, and many people died as a result. And for a very similar tragedy where warnings went unheeded to take place at the same exact site, with all the diving that's going on all around the world, I think it's just astonishing. It's really quite surreal. And of course, P.H. Nargeolet, the French legendary submersible dive pilot, a friend of mine. It's a very small community. I've known PH for 25 years. For him to have died tragically in this way is almost impossible for me to process.
That's crazy. I ain't say that was Twitter, yo. That was Twitter. Right now, other than that, I haven't really seen any. I haven't seen any updates.
I want to see that meme.
Oh my God! Do you want to throw like what I sent to your Twitter?
Yeah, just mention me maybe or DM me, and then I'll like just mention me real quick and then delete it so I can like I gotta make sure that because Twitter be kind of messy sometimes too.
Oh yeah, you can't like I got you.
Nah, I'm just saying sometimes they be some.
Yeah, well, you can't scroll, bro. You can't scroll Twitter. Yeah, no, you can't scroll Twitter, bro.
What'd you do? How'd you do it?
I just added you real quick. Just add 22 hour real quick, just so you can see.
Oh wait,
it.
You did it?
Yeah, it should pop up.
Okay,
There you go. Now let me delete it for people like oh, it didn't even pop up. I can't even find that joint. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so this is inside the company Submersive, the hole, the door.
That's
so the nigga
that space is crazy.
I thought that the nigga that was driving was on this part. The nigga that's driving is just in a fucking he's just in a blank room. And I get it. This is the viewpoint. A roughly 20-inch window allows passengers to see it. 20-inch window, bull. That's still not
20 inches.
That's
a foot. That's like my foot. That's almost 2 of my feet. Almost. That's nothing.
I still don't feel like that's enough, bro.
That's nothing, bro. We said 20-inch window. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the view, not the thickness, though.
Well, yeah, 20 inches is probably across.
Yeah.
That's not even. I wish I had my measures. Wait, hold on. Size 12 shoe, maybe about a foot, right? So size 12. Let me just put my finger right here, and if we go like right here, like not really, probably like right here. My scientific demonstration is probably about right here.
Made of a combination of titanium and composite material, it holds up to 5 occupants, including the pilot. Low roof requires passengers to sit. Look how they're sitting, bro.
That's what I'm saying. There's no seats. It's a tube. It's not even comfortable, and you're in there for hours. I think that the descent and coming back up, that they wait 12 hours. So let's just say 12 hours to go down and come back up, and you sitting in this with 4 of the people. There's no seats. Your back is just in the dark.
Yeah, that's
I
didn't see that position. That looked like a damn jail cell.
Well, yeah, I know. I get that. You were saying that you can't have a big window on subs because of the pressures and all that. Yeah. That makes sense for sure. I get it. I'm bouncing just remember $250,000. That's all. It just hit my head, bro. Yep. I'm not spending 250 racks for something that isn't certified. I mean, I'm not gonna, again, this is not me saying that anybody is stupid or whatever. I'm just saying I wouldn't, and it's unfortunate.
So here's how big the ocean is, so that the chat can get a good idea.
The ocean is really, really deep. Deeper, in fact, than most of us realize. If you were to shave off all of the land from the tops of every continent and island in the world and fill up the ocean's deepest points with that land, then the entire Earth would be covered in an ocean 2 miles deep. 3/4 of our planet is.
Do you get what that means? If we
could submerge everything 2 miles down, it'd be all water, bro.
If you cut
that's
off
how much water is.
Yeah, if you cut off all the land, like everything like land that's above water, if you cut all that to water level, and then dumped it into the deepest part of the ocean, there's no land that would still come up.
Yeah, salt water, bro. Straight agua.
Is already covered in water though, and it goes a lot deeper than just 2 miles. Let's start with a sense of scale. This dot right here is the size of an average human. This slightly larger dot is the size of an elephant, and this is the size of the largest ship ever built, the Knock Nevis. With that in mind, let's start going underwater and see what we find out. The first milestone is at 40 meters below the surface, which is the maximum depth allowed for recreational scuba diving. A little further down at 93 meters is where the wreck of the Lusitania was discovered, which is interesting because the Lusitania itself is 240 meters long, which means that it sank in water shallower than it is long, so if the ship was standing on its stern or bow, it would be sticking out of the water. Just slightly deeper than that at 100 meters is where diving can become seriously fatal if you're not careful because of decompression sickness. But that didn't stop a man named Herbert Nitsch to accomplish the free diving world record at a depth of 214 meters. This guy swam down to this
Maybe, bull, you might need to have on your end just to calculate when you want, but we're dealing in meters. We're not dealing in feet, by the way.
How many meters is a foot?
I mean, that's
how many meters is a foot. Well, I don't even know that off the rip.
I think 1 meter is like a foot and a half, or like 1 point.
Bro, I typed in how many meters immediately. How Titanic, the submarine, like, bro, 3 feet. 3 feet is a meter.
So we're talking about 600 feet right there.
600 feet?
Yeah, that nigga dived what?
That's crazy. Free diving 600 feet?
That means that's like 3 football fields.
That's so much
right?
pressure, bro.
Is that 3 football fields, right? Because it's 300 yards. I mean, 300 feet.
100 yards is a football field, so
feet.
3, right?
Yeah. Well, my bad. Two.
No, that's bad. That's bad, man.
Okay, yeah. So he went. No, you're right. 100 yards, 300 feet. He went down 600 feet basically. So he went down 2 football fields deep in water. That's a lot, bro.
Don't quote me on that math.
Yeah, don't quote me either.
Just one single breath, but a little further down.
Did you hear that?
Adamantium skeleton.
You
bro.
heard what he said? 1 single breath.
1 breath.
This guy swam down to this level with just 1 single breath. But a little further down, at
he's an Avenger, bro.
2 meters, we have the scuba diving world record, which was accomplished by another man named Ahmed Gabir.
Look how many tanks this nigga got on his back, bro.
You got 4 tanks.
If he had swam down another
breath?
111 meters, then he would have reached the height of the Empire State Building if it was submerged underwater. And a little further than that, at 500 meters below the surface, we arrive at the maximum dive depth of blue whales, the largest creatures on the planet and also the limit of the U.S. Seawolf class nuclear.
Hey, you're gonna laugh though later on, but we'll laugh together. I'm gonna bring up a point because you said something, and then I'm gonna laugh later with you.
Okay.
Submarine. At 535 meters, we can witness the maximum dive depth of emperor penguins, and this is when we must bring up the intensity of water pressure. At this level below the surface, the water pressure exerted on a person or the penguins would be roughly equivalent to a polar bear standing on a quarter. So further down the depths, at 830 meters, would be the height of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the tallest building in the world.
Hit that like button if you're enjoying today's show, man. Hit that like button for me and Bull, man.
Appreciate y'all. Salute. We're doing a little bit of Bill Nye.
Yes, man.
We only got
guys. We got 112. We only got 25 likes. We gotta get up to 100, y'all. And we about to get that. We're gonna get the memberships up pretty soon too, man. We're gonna have some things popping for the members over here very soon. Salute to everybody coming through. Hit that sub button as well. Salute to everybody subscribe. Let's get it.
You wanna go to, like, I don't know, how long is the video? 6 minutes?
Should I go like 2 times or what?
Yeah, we probably should 2 times.
I know you,
or just go to like 5 minutes 30 seconds. Just see how far
I need you to see it. I need you to see it.
Once we hit 1,000 meters below the surface, we begin to enter the scary zone. Light from the surface can no longer reach beyond this point, so the rest of the ocean below is shrouded in permanent darkness. On top of that, the water pressure you experience at this point would be about the same as
1.5. But he's going fast, bro. He's going fast for me. I can hear him, but I know on the playback, 1.5 would be nice.
Trust me, we're gonna get through. I know we still got some more topics, but I want you to hear this
very quickly. You would also meet the giant squid at this sea level if the water pressure didn't already kill you.
That's your person?
At 1,280 meters, we reach the maximum depth dived to by the leatherback sea turtle, and further down at 1,828 meters, we would reach the deepest part of the Grand Canyon were it to be underwater with us. Down at 2,000 meters, we start to encounter some of the more terrifying sea creatures, like the ominously named black dragonfish, a carnivorous beast with a stomach that doesn't allow light to be emitted through it, meaning that since we're in total darkness underwater at this point, the only way you would ever see this thing is with a flashlight. A little further down at 2,250 meters, we would reach the maximum depth dived to by both sperm whales and the very frightening colossal squid. Sperm whales often have sucker marks and scars left on their bodies from battles with a colossal squid that likely take place at these incredible depths. The squids themselves can grow to be 14 meters long and weigh up to 750 kilograms with eyes the size of a dinner plate and razor-sharp sickles in the middle of their tentacles. So yeah, good luck with that down there. Way further down at 3,800 meters, we can find the wreck of the RMS Titanic.
Yeah, 1 point. That's, 2 times. I can hear it, but the Titanic is 3,800 meters.
Yep.
And a bit past that, at 4,000 meters, we start to enter the abyssal zone of the ocean. Water pressure is at an astonishing 11,000 pounds per square inch down here, and there are numerous strange, almost alien-like creatures that inhabit these depths, such as the fangtooth, anglerfish, and viperfish. Down at 4,267 meters is the average depth of the ocean where you would normally expect to hit the floor, but there are parts of the ocean that go significantly deeper than even this. At 4,791 meters rests the wreckage of the battleship Bismarck sunk during World War II, and way down at 6,000 meters is the beginning of the Hadal Zone, named after the underworld Hades itself. The water pressure down at these depths can become 1,100 times what you would experience way back on top at the surface, which is roughly equal to an elephant balancing on a postage stamp or a single person carrying the weight of 50 Boeing 747 jumbo jets. Down at these depths, you would be crushed immediately without any outside protection, but life still exists down here in various strange forms. At 6,500 meters, we reach the maximum depth that the DSV Alvin can dive to, a popular research submarine that helped to discover the Titanic. Way further down at 8,848 meters below the surface, and we have arrived at the height of Mount Everest, where to be upside down and placed underwater. And then, way further past even that, at 10,898 meters, we arrive at the depth reached by James Cameron in 2012 during the Deep Sea Challenge.
Damn.
Don't fuck with that nigga, bro. Don't fuck with James. Don't fuck with James Cameron, nigga. When
10,898 meters. That I didn't expect him to say anything about any person. I thought we were just straight up. Those zone is crazy.
So now James Cameron can say whatever he wants, bull.
That is insane.
Can James Cameron?
There was no. I wasn't even ready for that. There was no thought in my mind that they were gonna say anything about humans.
Like how we go from 3,000 to 10 and we still talking about humans
in a deep sea Challenger mission. That's space. You're basically you're not in space, but it's like this. I feel like it's very similar idea. Like at that point, you're just flying in unknown territory, bro.
So do you believe James Cameron can say what he wants now when he talks about this?
I mean, he can. I mean, I'm not. He can definitely say what he wants if that's the case.
All right, and here we go. Hold on.
The deepest point of the ocean yet reached by humans was back in 1960, though.
1960.
Yeah. So like we over here talking now, like niggas still don't went deeper than us back then.
Two men named Don Walsh and Jacques Picard reached a depth of 10,000.
This is what he was saying, though. This is what James Cameron was saying, that like, bro, we shouldn't be having these issues in 2023 when niggas was going deeper.
I was about to say, that was what 23 years, or not 23, 63 years ago.
Yeah.
15 meters using their Trieste submarine.
Now listen.
It took them 5 hours to descend through the ocean to this depth, and they only stayed for 20 minutes before a window cracked and they began to resurface.
See? That window cracking, boy.
Bro, window crack, and I'm down 11,000 meters, bro. I'm exploding, bro. I'm having my heart is, I don't know, I might die, bro, off rip.
I said I said that already. I said if I was down there with them dudes and like we couldn't get up, nigga, I'm having a heart attack, bro. I'm having a heart attack.
It's a wrap, bro. I'm not even dying from that. I'm just, as soon as I hear, and I look in the window, I'm like, bro. You gotta. We need something down here, bro. Just in case. I ain't trying to get crushed, bro. 11,000 meters in that window crack. My heart explodes, bro. Ain't nobody coming back, bro. My shit is gone, bro. I'm gone. I'm done.
Yo, bro, we're not. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I'd rather just don't even crack it. Just have it explode all at once. Cause if it cracks, I'm dying from the heart attack before that. Like I'm like, ugh.
Looked out of a window while on a flight and looked down to the ground.
Just check and kicked in your chest like fucking boondocks. That's gonna feel,
Finally, when we hit 10,994 meters, we have hit the bottom of the known ocean called the Challenger Deep, right here on this map, just about 300 kilometers southwest of Guam Island. However, it is believed that there are almost certainly even deeper parts of the ocean than this that just haven't been discovered yet. It wasn't until 1997, after all, that the Serena Deep was discovered with a depth of 10,732 meters, making it the second deepest known point in the ocean. It is estimated that only about 5% of the ocean's floor has been accurately mapped, leaving the other 95% to be currently a mystery. It may be only a matter of time before an even deeper part of our ocean is found, and who knows what we may discover there.
We have explored 5% in all of everything. 5%, bro. Listen, of course, prayers up to the families.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna ever see me on nothing like that, though. I'm sorry, bro. As soon as we ain't got regulations, it's 250K.
Bull.
But I think the craziest thing too, we're living in like, this is like another historic event. Like this shit gonna be in science books and shit. Like this is like another one.
It's not being funny, but you probably remember seeing the not being funny. Speaking of Challenger Deep, but the Challenger aircraft that had blew up in the 70s that went up to the air,
I don't even aircraft or
the astronaut,
spaceship.
The spaceship. The Challenger that exploded when they like that. Like, I mean, this was a commercial thing. That's what Zaya was saying. Also, like, it do hit less hard than like if it was scientists that went down there to do something. This is like a commercial. I mean, still rest in peace, but it would have been way worse if it was like scientists like all trying to. But yeah, it's gonna be remembered, bro. But moving on, man, we're gonna lighten some things up. Salute to everybody. Hit that like button once again. It's free.
Hey guys, let's have fun now.